Okay guys, thanks for joining my channel again for another one of my videos. This is actually a video I'm looking forward to doing. It's been a long time in the making of this video, or getting it ready. So I've been very busy and stuff like that. So first off, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to be getting these trimmed ram fingers, and I'll be removing the gold from them. This will be split into a few parts probably, but this is the first part of it. It's all part of the series of gold recovery from the ram fingers. So these are the actual trimmed fingers with the gold foils on them. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to use the bucket and bucket method. So if you haven't already seen how to prepare that, I'll put a link there now in a second for where I prepare the buckets for this method. So this is just the buckets, and again the ones with the holes drilled out for the acid to come through, and the bottom bucket. So just have a look at that video if you haven't already checked that video out before we move on to this video. So or check it out before after you watch this video, whatever suits yourselves. So that's going to be the method I'm going to be using. I've two buckets. One is like a bin and bin, not really a bucket and bucket, but a bin and bin. Again, same idea, but I'm going to do two different lots, and I'm going to do two different, well, not two different methods. I'm going to try one with a little air pump to circulate around the acids, to agitate the acids with the air pump. So I've got that little air pump in. You see that in the previous video that on this method. You'll see how I set that up and what I use it for. And the other one, I'm just going to leave it sitting in the acid. I'm just going to compare times and see which will make much of a difference by having an air pump in it, as in releasing the foils, or does it make no difference at all. So it's just kind of for my own, so I know whether I'm just wasting my time putting air pumps in them, or whether it's better to use the air pump. So that's the first thing. Second thing is the next thing I'll tell you to have a look at is my safety videos, because you see, I do always, you mightn't see me wearing the gloves all the time, but when I go near the acids, you'll see that I'll have the gloves on. These are properly acid resistant gloves. So these were expensive enough gloves, but they're well worth it. They go up above my elbow, so they help protect against acid. And I also will have on the mask, so again to protect against the fumes from the acid. And the acids I'll be using will be hydrochloric acid, which in this is called spirits of salt, and it's 32% hydrochloric acid. And what I'll be doing to kickstart the process as well is I'll be using hydrogen peroxide 3%. Only a very small amount of that will go in. It's just to kickstart the process, so that it gets it going, and then once it starts going, it'll work itself from there. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to put a kg of fingers into each method, or each bowl, or each bucket. So I'll just zero that again, try zeroing that again. Okay, oh, sorry, I want to change to grams, sorry. I want to change it to grams. There we go, so 0 grams. So I'm going to put 1,000 grams into each container. So this should be 1,000, which would be a kg. So it's a lot of, it's actually a bit more. It was, oh yeah, 1350. So we'll take some out till we get to 1,000. So we're still at 12. So there's all different types in here, different size rams. So I'm not going to get an exact on it, as in comparing one like with like, but it'll give me a rough estimate for what I want to see. So I'll be able to work out roughly what I'm getting from a kg of trimmed ram fingers. So we're down to 1,100. That's nearly there now. I'll just take a few more out. Take out 55 grams more. $11 grams to come out. So 5 grams to come out. 3 grams. There we are. So 1,000 1,000 grams or a kg. So I'll put that into the bucket. So I'll just pour that directly into the bucket, and I'll just give that a shake around, and we'll leave that aside. So that's one done, and we'll go to the next one, and we'll do the same, and we'll put it into the bins this time. So again, I think this one is the one that has the 1,000 in it. I think I wrote 1,000 there somewhere, but we'll double check it. So it's not quite 1,000, is it? It's 995. So we'll just put a few more in to bring it up to the 1,000. So there we are, the exact same again. So I have the same in that one. And again, what I'll do is I'll put that into this white bucket again, so you can see the holes are drilled in the bottom for it to allow the acid through it. So again, I'll just put that into that. Okay. So just try and loosen them up so the acid can get around them. And what I'm going to do now next is we're going to go outside. I'll have my mask on, I'll have my gloves on, and we're going to do adding the acid to the actual bin one first, the white bin, and then I'll put the bucket near a plug, because I need to have a plug socket for the air circulation to go through it, and I'll do that in a second part, and we'll see how that goes. So again, when I have a mask on, it might be a bit harder to hear me, so I apologise for that, but hopefully you'll be able to hear what I'm doing. So we're going to go to the shed next, and we'll do that out there. Again guys, try and do this in a ventilated area if you can, because of the acids. If you, make sure you've got your masks and stuff like that on, and safety first at all times if anyone's trying this. I'm not going to recommend you do that, I'm just showing you what I do, how I recover gold from computer parts and stuff like that. So I'll have my gloves on, I'll have my safety gear on, and I take all the precautions I can, because the health is more important than anything else. So check out the videos on the safety, check out the videos on preparing the buckets, and we'll go out now to the shed and we'll do the next part. Okay guys, before I put the mask on, I'll just tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to be pouring the acid in on top of these chips, or these, not chips, but these trimmed fingers, and then we'll, once I get enough acid in it to cover them, that'll be the process. I'll add a little bit of the hydrogen peroxide to it, and that will be the first lot ready to go. You'll probably notice fumes coming off it as soon as I add it to it. That's why it's very important that you put on your masks and wear your gloves. So the first thing I'll put on your mask. So that's the mask on. Now I'll be putting on my gloves. So as you see, gloves are on. Do the second glove. Okay, gloves are on. So this is it here, spirits of salt. So just open the top of that. So you can see the fumes coming off of there straight away. And we're just going to add that straight in on top of the chips. So it'll take a couple of these to get it covered. So you can see the fumes coming off there fairly rapid. That's why it's important to have your safety gear on, well ventilated area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back when I have that filled up, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have added all the acid. I covered over the things, you can see it there.
It's covering the pins or the trimmed fingers. So the next stage is add a bit of the hydrogen peroxide. So again, I'm just going to start off with a small dash. If I need to put any more in at any stage, I will. So that should be enough just to kickstart the actual way it's going to start working. So that's the first lot done. So that's covered. I'll just cover that over. I'll put a lid on it, plastic container covered over. So I'll just throw something like that over it, and I will let that work away in there. I also throw a little cloth over it to stop any fumes of acid coming up. And I will also turn on the fan. I have a little fan set up as well, so I'll turn on the fan to take out any of the fumes out of the shed, so that you're not getting a lot of fumes. But usually that should be good enough to work on it. And I'll let that work away, and in the next video you'll see I'll do like 24 hours, 48 hours, 36 hours, whatever amount of hours it takes until the foils are off the actual chip. So that's the first one done. We'll pause the video there and we'll do the other bucket in a bucket with the actual pump. Okay guys, so we're ready for the next one. So again, I'll just get my gloves on. Just needed to change a few things around. I didn't have my gloves on. Okay, so we have the bucket here and the pump cord is going inside of that. So again, we're just going to add the acid to the bucket. So just add that, you can hear it bubbling away. You can probably see the fumes coming off. So again, very important you have your mask on. Hopefully the fumes don't do much damage to the camera, because sometimes the fumes can get into devices and wreck them. So I'm hoping my camera is far enough away that it won't damage it. So again, with that in there, just keep adding the acids. I've only 2 more little tubs to put in, so hopefully I have enough acid. If not, you get the idea anyway. Again, dispose of your containers properly. Bring them to a suitable scrapyard or dump. Take away the can take hazardous waste. So make sure you dispose of it correctly. Don't just throw them anywhere. Okay, so that's all my acid in. Should be enough of that. Again, I'm going to add the peroxide. Okay, so that should be enough of that. And then I'm just going to add the other bucket to it. Again, the other bucket just sits down into the acid. You just weigh it down so the acid comes up through it. So that's it. And you can see I shake them around. I probably need one more little thing of acid, but you get the idea. I'll add another one. It's when I have to, if I have it anywhere beside me. I don't. I'll have to get a second one. Another bottle. I'll get another bottle later and add it to it. But that's all there is to it. I'll cover that as well, and we'll come back and see the next video what it's like. So we'll just go inside now, finish up, recap on it, and we'll see what the story is on the next few videos. Thanks guys for checking out that so far, and I'll see you inside.
Okay guys, so we're back inside now again. So we're just going, my plan is to leave that running. My next video, well not my next video, when I do the next part of this video, when you get to see the next part of this video, I'll have done 24 hours, let's say, what it looks like in 48 hours, what it looks like in 36 hours, whatever it is, or 60 hours, 72 hours, that sort of thing. Maybe every 12 hours I might check it, or maybe I might leave it every 24 hours, whatever it is. I'll just check it and give you an update on what's happening, so you'll see how it works. So that what should happen is the gold foils should come off these little sticks, and should be left with sticks with no gold foils on. The gold foils should be floating in the acid. Then I will have to filter them off, wash them, and bring them to the next stage of where I dissolve them into things. So that'll be another video, and so on and so on. So temperatures are a bit cool at the moment, or a bit cold in Ireland, so it can take a bit longer because of the temperatures on it. And hopefully nothing goes wrong. If something goes wrong, we'll learn together. If things go wrong, we'll be going at it as well. So in another video, I'll hopefully be also doing the pins that you see me getting off the CPUs. So these pins that I took off the CPU, I'll be putting them into nitric acid, and the same idea that the nitric acid will remove the gold from the pins themselves, so the gold will be left floating. So it's a different method of doing things, different way of doing it. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Please subscribe, please like. I've got a good few more new subscribers lately, so thanks guys for subscribing. I know there's just billions of videos out there you can be watching, and I really appreciate that you take the time to watch one of mine. So thanks guys for watching, and until the next video, keep on looking for that gold.